Party time, it's party time. Party time, it's party time. Party time! Hello and welcome once again, my lovely ladies and handsome gents. Is it your first time? Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Both Reviews Lady, and this is Talk to the Hand Reviews. And today I thought I'd just throw down some little suggestions for some things in my collection that you might also have that are appropriate to wear in this holiday party season time. Holiday party season time. Holiday party season time. Oh yeah. Gonna drink a glass of wine or two. Yeah. Gonna have some fruit cake or some party treat. Probably something. So I'm going to try not to take too long with this, but just to give you a little suggestion, I'm going to start off with a classic. Poison! Now this is a vintage bottle. I bought it from a seller, and it's the vintage bottle of Splash with that beautiful little glass or crystal cap. And you know, does it get any more scandalous really than this fragrance? I mean, this juice still smells great, by the way. It looks kind of icky, but it still does smell really good, and you could wear this if you wanted to. I would put it on my clothes. I'm not really into putting splashes on my skin that are, you know, that someone else owned, but I was thrilled to get this bottle because I don't even think they sell this anymore, and I was around when Poison launched, and I fell in love with it. The second I smelled it, I sprayed it all over myself, and I felt so sexy. And then promptly about 20 minutes later, I started feeling really sick. I started feeling like nauseous and headachy, and I had to leave home and leave work. I had to leave work and go home. I went home, I took a shower, I went to bed, and I don't think I was barely better the next day. Not the best memory of my experience with Poison, but that doesn't negate the fact that Poison is a fantastic classic, and I really do love the way it smells. And it is one of those that makes impressions, you know, so, and it's still around. Poison by Christian Dior. Poison. I remember some French ladies when I was selling it, and they came to the counter, and I mean, I don't really know how to speak French. I'm originally from California, and I live in Canada now, but at that time, I said, would you like to try Poisson? I thought I was being so classy. Would you like to try Poisson? And they started laughing, and they're like, no, it is not Poisson, it is Poison. It means fish. Poisson means fish. It's like, okay, well, I learned, you know, so I pass on that little tidbit memory of my past. Okay, this is a good old classic affordable fragrance from way back, and I've been wearing it for a long time. Ciara by Revlon. I have another really good story about Ciara. Oh, this is so sexy. When I worked as a waitress, before I even worked in cosmetics and fragrance, I worked as a waitress at a couple different restaurants, and one of the restaurants I worked at, one day one of the other waitresses came running up and was like, what is that perfume you're wearing? It's turning my boyfriend on. I was like, that, you know, Ciara. Let me pose with that one. Yeah, a very nice, very sexy, and I'm glad it's still around. And this is my new bottle. I used to sell this when I worked for Ultima 2. This was one of our fragrances in Ultima 2 cosmetics line in the late 80s. And I have a lot of fond memories of this. Check it out if you haven't. It's if you like a chypre fragrance, you know, it's a good one to check out. It doesn't really smell like any other fragrances. I mean, maybe it's kind of like, you know, Cinnabar a little bit, Estee Lauder Cinnabar, but I like this better. Okay, here's one I really like. I Want Choo by Jimmy Choo. So sexy. It's another sexy one. Now, On Fragrantica, they say this smells like Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. And I have to say it does. At first I thought it didn't, but then I went back and I smelled Carolina Herrera Good Girl again, and it does. It's very similar. But I don't care. This is the one I have, and this is the one I love. And the reason I chose most of these is because they're a little bit stronger, a little more projecting, and a little bit headier and more sensual. You know, because you work. A lot of people go to Christmas parties, or a lot of people go to holiday parties, not just Christmas parties, but other kinds of parties around this time of year. And they want to step out of their office persona, or wherever you normally see these people. So maybe these are a little bit more of the stronger fragrances that you wouldn't necessarily wear to work, whatever. It's an office party. Let your hair down. Okay, this is another cute little one. Betsey Johnson. Betsey Johnson by Betsey Johnson. And this is a very warm and sexy fragrance. It's sweet, it's honeyish, it's vanilla-y, it's floral. It's a really it's a good one for this choice. Okay, this one's a little similar to the Betsey Johnson. It's another warm, honeyish, sensual, like warm kind of fragrance. It is Couture from Juicy Couture with this cute little cap. This one is a little more, this one's a little more forward. It's a little bit more, like the top notes are more fresh than the Betsey Johnson. And I feel every time I wear this, when I put this on my skin, I love it more and more. Couture from Juicy Couture, another sensual fragrance. Vie Est Belle. You probably already know what this is like. Did you forget you had this? Consider it, because it's a pretty sexy fragrance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're gonna get it. And Baccarat Rouge 540. This is the one, let's be honest. If you show up with your Baccarat Rouge 540, it doesn't really matter what anyone else is wearing. This is all anyone's gonna smell in the room. It is, it is so strong. I only need like 1 or 2 tiny sprays of this. And when I spray it in the room, it's gonna be here for a while. But the longevity, the projection, the sillage, the lasting power. This is really a fragrance that it checks off all the boxes. It's really a special fragrance. I mean, yeah, Baccarat Rouge 540. And if you like Baccarat Rouge 540, but you want to try some iteration of it, or you want to spend a lot less, you can try In the Stars from Bath & Body Works. This is very similar to BR 540, but it's lighter. And in the notes, I remember reading that Baccarat Rouge 540 has Baccarat Rouge 540 has ambergris in the middle notes, and this does not. And I think that I actually like that. I'm not always ready to commit to wearing Baccarat Rouge 540. It's a commitment. It'll be with you for at least the next day. Even if you take a shower, you wash your clothes, somehow it'll still be there. This one, it'll last you a few hours, but this is a really nice fragrance too. So if you're looking to spend like $12 for something that's very Baccarat Rouge 540-ish, this is it. Not the longevity, not the sillage, not the lasting power, not the, I can't remember what I'm thinking of. But yeah, it's a good alternative to Baccarat Rouge 540. Now this is a very inexpensive fragrance that I discovered. It popped out from the shelf for me because of the bottle. I saw this bottle and I was like, hey, that looks familiar. That looks like Love's Baby Soft bottle. And I looked at it and it says Love's. Love's? I was like, wow. Okay, so it is. It's Love's that made the Love's Baby Soft. So I did research into it. Turns out that the Dana Fragrance Company purchased the rights to Loves, and there's this one. There's I think they're also, did this company do? Did they do? I could be wrong. I think they also redid Heaven Sent, which I want to get my hands on that and see. Does it still smell similar? But I haven't yet. So anyhow, this is Oh So Fabulous. They have a few of these from this line. And this one is a very sexy fragrance. A bit of fruit. A bit of nice, fruity, warm, sexy fruitiness. With some bright florals in there, I would say. But this is a really, this does not smell like it cost like 10 bucks, which I think this is what this originally cost. I even got a better deal than that. But I think there's 3 or 5 of these out there. And a couple of them are done by Famous Noses. The other one I have is called Oh So Pretty. And that one is done by the same nose as one of the guys that created Tom Ford Black Orchid. So just because a fragrance is really affordable, it doesn't mean that it wasn't made with the same kind of care and even the same people as your fragrances that cost you hundreds of dollars. So Love's Oh So Fabulous. Party time! Woo! It's a party, you know? Okay. And this one, it's a perennial favorite. Almost everybody owns it now, it seems. But it's another warm, sensuous, flirty, sexy fragrance. It's Cacharel. Yes, I am! See? Isn't it nice? Keeping with this sensual, sexy, not my everyday self you see at work all the time necessarily. I think this is one of those, although it is fine for every day. All these are fine for every day, but you know, when I think of party time, you're going out, you want to make an impression, I think of these more seductive fragrances. So this definitely belongs on that list. Okay, and I have 2 more that are not really in this category. They're more floral, but I chose them because they're very projecting florals. I have my ancient bottle of Elizabeth Arden 5th Avenue. There's still a tiny bit left in there, but this is one that is still available. It's a gorgeous, I believe it's got a lot of tuberose in it. And it's just a really nice big floral. You know, if you wear this at a party, I think people will notice you. So Arden 5th Avenue. And the final one, this one, you know, it's another big floral. It's another big happy floral. And I love it. It's called Pleats, Please by Issey Miyake. I just think, oh. This is such a happy floral. Is it seductive? I mean, not really. You know, I mean, I don't really, even though florals are like my favorite, most florals, I don't really think of them as really seductive. You know, but it is beautiful and very highly projecting, and a lot of sillage, and lasts a long time too. So, Pleats, Please by Issey Miyake. So there you have it, my lovely ladies and handsome gents. Don't forget to party hardy. Wave your hands in the air, wave them around like you just don't care.